I'm Tato Cat. Welcome to my channel. Today we are playing The Letter. Previously, we talked to the professor dude who doesn't think we're crazy, which is nice. And Ash gave us a fish ice cream, and we kissed him on the cheek, and he apologized to us. Not necessarily that order. And now we're kind of at home, and we heard on the news someone died, which is fantabulous. Alright, let us continue. In other local news, a woman was found dead in her home yesterday evening.
Luxbourne police officials are currently investigating the crime scene, but has classified the case as homicide.
Oh, that can never be good. Every time I reopen this, it keeps telling me a new update in relationships, even when there's not a new update in relationships. Huh?
The victim, identified as Rose Pamela Cooper, 33 years old, working as a real estate agent.
Rose? Rose?
Discovered lying in a pool of blood in her two-bedroom flat with the words "Help me" repeatedly written on the walls.
Oh no. That can't be good. No. No. This isn't what I want. This isn't supposed to happen. None of this is supposed to happen. No one's supposed to die. Those are just stories, right? Legends. That's what everyone has kept telling me, so why? And Immediately I rushed to my study table in search of my phone. My hand cold from dread. Clings tightly. First of all, let us turn this down a bit. As appropriate as this music is. Quite loud and murdery, which is appropriate again. About here. Okay, a bit better. My hand cold from dread clings tightly to it as soon as I touch its edges. A piece of folded paper, the letter lying unassumingly beside it, slips to the floor when I pick up the device. But I pay it no mind. There are more important things, right now. Right now, I need to call her. I need to call her. I was with her. I was just with her not too long ago, and she was okay. No. 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 It isn't Rose. I'm sure of it. Besides the picture being proof. But yeah, okay. I just talked to her and... A sob escapes me, and hot tears begin to blur my vision. One after another, they trickle down, weighted by the very same guilt I refuse to admit I've been carrying from the start. The same one I've been hiding from. The same one that has put the people I care about in danger. My hands shake as I navigate to Rose's number on my contacts list. She'll answer, right? That's what she always does. Our good friend Denial. She'll pick it up, tell me to turn down the waterworks, and call me a wuss afterwards.
She'll answer. Please answer, Rose.
Again and again I dial, whispering, praying, pleading.
Come on, Rose! Don't do this to me! Please pick up! I know you're there, Rose. You're not dead. Please tell me you're not.
Well, if she is dead, you don't want her to tell her you're not, because that's
This
creepy.
adds to the series of deaths and disappearances that has plagued Luxbourne in the recent years. The authorities are currently looking at a possible link with the notorious Anselm Butcher case.
There's an Anselm Butcher case. The TV runs loudly in the background. A deafening static sound from my phone's speakers. But in my ears, I can clearly hear the screams. Her pleas. Her whispers. We are not safe. Okay, journal. Let's go over. Here we go. News broke of Rose Cooper being found dead in her flat the evening before. The authorities classified the crime as a homicide, possibly linked to the notorious Anselm Butcher, a mysterious serial killer who had committed brutal murders over the years and left their bodies with his signature phrase, "Help me." A buzzing sensation jolts me awake. My body still wants to sleep, to forget what I heard, what I saw last night. But it's there, nudging, prodding at me. Slowly I become aware of how awkward my position is, and the aches that accompany sleeping in a curled-up position the night before. If I even slept at all. There are memories of impossible to forget now that Rose is gone. They say it's easier when you say it out loud instead. The words weigh heavier on me each time. She's gone. Gone because of me. Gone because of one letter I was too curious to look at. I should have been more careful. I should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have destroyed it before anyone else had gotten involved. I should have. The notification light on my laptop blinks incessantly, mockingly, and I look at it as if it's calling me back to a sense of normalcy. Strict attendance required today. From Joan Schultz, RyanRealtyCorp.com. To all BRC employees, in light of recent events, there will be an all-staff emergency meeting from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Attendance is a must. Company changes, new hierarchy and policies will be discussed during the meeting. Everyone is expected to bring a copy of their own attendance logs and sales reports for the last 6 months to be submitted to your respective managers for review. We are expecting everyone's cooperation. Thank you. Joanne Alice Schultz, BRC HR Manager. Do I get to click on anything? No. No, I don't. So let us go back here. I check it nevertheless, out of habit more than anything. If this were one of those typical days, I'd happily comply and get myself to our office. Today my limbs just feel heavy. On one hand, going will keep me busy, take my mind elsewhere. On the other hand, the place in itself is a stark reminder of what my own fears have cost me. I should just go to work, stay at home. What shall we do? What shall we do? We'll go to work. We have to. Mumpy won't get me any good. Story updated. This is just like one of those things, isn't it? You deal with it with a smile, no matter how bad You'll deal with it with a smile, no matter how bad things get, and hope for the best. Although my whole body feels like lead and my limbs are sore, I push myself away from the chair and head for the shower. The letter I dropped on the floor last night flutters open as I pass by, unfolding for no one else but me to see. Every word written on it glares back at me. They sneer, they ridicule, like living beings fully aware of what they've done. With a huff, I pick it up and shove it into my bag, perhaps with more anger and frustration than I'm used to showing. This, too, I'll deal with. Somehow, I'll find a way and make things right. I have to, before it takes more people from me, even if I must do it on my own. Papers rustling, telephones ringing, feet shuffling. Overall, today looks like a typical working day at Briar Realty Corporation, except it isn't. The air is thick with tension and unspoken questions. No doubt everyone present already heard about Rose. If they missed last night's report, they'd likely see it in the morning news, in the papers, or on various news sites on the internet. Everywhere is a bitter reminder. In fact, everyone's giving me a wide berth, as though the mere mention of Rose would be enough to trigger something in me. It's appreciated, but only serves to create a bigger hole in the place Rose has left. After lunch, my boss calls for a meeting. I don't have to look up from my work to know what it's about. He's in a strange, pensive mood today, probably out of respect for a dead colleague. Oddly, I'd appreciate it more if he just shouted at me today. Anything is better.
I'm sure you've all heard of what happened to Miss Cooper. She was a valued member of our team and she will be missed.
Sure.
There's no date for a funeral, yet, but those who wish to attend, kindly speak with your respective supervisors.
What if she was my supervisor?
By the way, has anyone heard about our still AWOL staff?
I'm pretty sure they're also dead.
None? HR, you know what to do. Santos, a word? In my office?
I suppose so, Sir John. At the end of it, I've been given the entirety of Rose's workload, including finalizing the rights papers, and I've been promised an ample compensation for my efforts. I think he's expecting me to be happy about it. Instead, I immerse myself in my work. I have to. Anyway, if I want to forget. Journal of Achieved Employee of the Month is what I unlocked. Oh, new day. October 24th. Isabella Santos drowned herself with work the whole day to forget about the devastating news of her mentor's death. However, she ended up stumbling upon a mysterious disappearances of her other colleagues, and just when she realized something important. Great, thank you for telling me, timeline. Without you, I wouldn't know a lot of this information. Time flies when you do, and by the time I give notice, it's already late. Everyone's already gone, leaving me in company of a radio and a member of our janitorial staff. I don't even know his names. Bob. That's his name now. Rose likely does. She remembers people easily like that.
The Luxbon Police Department continues its search for the following reported missing people.
I'm guessing one of them is our AWOL members. The radio blares one name after another. Hold on a second. Missing? Aren't they? Still, I have to check. Frantic, I turn back to my desktop. The loud tapping of my fingers against the keys fills the office for the better part of my shift, as long as I look through everything. The background about the place, its history from the current owners and list of employees hired under BRC. And I'm right. Of course I am. BRC may have a lot of staff, they have a lot of agents hired, but I remember these names anywhere. Are they really weird names? After all, they're also part of the crew who worked with us in preparing the mansion for the open house. Then the letters... No, that can't be. I hope it's not what I'm thinking.
But Rose is...
Something snaps into place in a fraction of a moment. These people, Rose, the letter...
I need to... No, if it's like this, they still won't believe me. I have to make sure of it first.
Okay, let's get some proof. Evidence doesn't lie. That's what Ash often says, right? If I have proof, then maybe... I don't want to get my hopes up yet, but maybe there's still a way I can save them. The letter, my phone, papers, anything that will be useful. I grabbed all of them and stuffed them in my bag. I can't stay here. There's something I need to do. There's something those people should. The noise cut sharply through the room, stopping my hand short of cramming a pin into my bag.
Hello? Anyone there?
Yeah, Bob's there. Someone must have left the printer open again. Curse you, Bob. I may be in a hurry, but if I don't turn off, another person is certainly going to have a fit tomorrow over wasted company resources. And trees. Most of the time, it's Rose who does the nagging, but the clicking of my pin in my hand is a welcome distraction as I search for the said object. Each stride of my feet also echoes throughout the empty workplace. I lost sight of the janitor minutes ago. And with me being the only one left, the tapping of my feet against the wooden floor is something I soon learned to appreciate. It doesn't take me long to find it. By the time I turn it off, 5 pages are already strewn about on the ground, the paper tray having also been left ajar. Sighing, I pick each of it up to put someplace proper. But the page that greets me next makes my blood run cold. Does it say help me? I thought so. The chill that makes its way up my spine is as numbing as a day in the attic. The sheets wrinkle under my tense grip. All I can hear is my breathing as it rasps through my gritted teeth. But before I can even gather myself to take the first steps out of here, total darkness suddenly envelops me. Is this the Grudge? I'm gonna turn it up just in case, because I don't know what the sound sounds like, but let's do this. Let's get the effects. I didn't want to accidentally turn it down too low. Unless that counts as a voice. And as if hearing every horrid thought running inside my head, right now something snaps. A soft creak grating through the thin veil of stillness that has descended in the room. Every muscle, every bone in my body goes rigid at the sound. Familiar. So familiar now. And my own treacherous curiosity still presses me to take a careful peek over the cubicle's wall. It's her. Standing in the only exit of the office, albeit facing away from me. Not for long, I bet. She doesn't even need to turn around for me to know it's the same misshapen face, tattered clothes, and unsightly gait. The same person in the attic. I take a step back. The pen I'm holding slips from my hand and... See, I knew she wouldn't do that. Her entire head turns. See, they never stay facing the other way. What is happening now? Oh, we're hiding. Okay. I never quite understood the point of hiding from a ghost. A scream almost escapes my mouth, and I duck under my table as quickly as I can. My heart is pounding hard against my chest. I can hear the bone-chilling sounds of her walk, the weird clicking that follows her, and the telltale squelch of something wet as she walks towards me. Nearer and nearer, the sounds are slowly getting louder. The only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me in my head. Why is the music always randomly shifting? Like volumes. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, so we'll go back to creepy voice. The sounds are slowly getting louder. The only thing keeping the whimper from escaping me is my hand as it covers my mouth. Someone please save me. Anyone. Bob, where are you? Save us. I close my eyes, muttering a continuous stream of prayers, all while attempting to steady my own breathing. Please, don't let her hear me. What? Use the spacebar to stop? Pointer at what? Oh no! I was not expecting this to happen. My arm is not in the right position for this. I'm going to die. Oh shit. I wasn't expecting something to happen. Damn it. That's okay. We saved at some point, didn't we?
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
I'm really not in the position to be like using a mouse. It's like my hands are underneath the laptop. It's just not great.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
Oh no, we dead, girl.
And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
When the last signs of my prayer have left me, all that remains is a hush. None of her footsteps, nor those chilling sounds she makes. Only silence. Is it safe? No. Another second passes, and when nothing comes... What? That is indeed creepy. Well done, game. Yes, we'll continue. Yep. Oh, shit. Oh no, it's faster. Oh no! God damn
Father,
it.
give us this day, and lead us not...
Okay. We'll do it again. Is there an easy mode? Achievement, grass the needle, something something. Did the game give up on me? Relationship. See, nothing changed. The seconds, minutes stretches out before me agonizingly. Well, now I know that this game has mini games. Is she gone? Slowly I open my eyes to take a peek. Oh my. I don't dare to move or make a sound. Noise, even. In the face of such terror, I can only beg, let out silent pleas to whoever it is out there. Please, please, don't let her notice. Maybe Bob will save us. I want to live. Dot dot dot. More dot dot dots. Oh, lovely happy music now. Journal updated profiles. We just went from to do. I clicked on Colleen, I didn't mean to. Anyways, let's read the journal. Oh, I'm sorry, Hannah. Hannah Wright Evans. In other words, that's her maiden name. Birthday, April 30th. She's a Taurus, 31 years old. Height, 5'7". She's taller than me. 170 centimeters. Occupation, heiress. Former finance manager. Nationality, British. Religion, Anglican. Education, master's in business administration. Major in accounting. Likes bouillabaisse, dogs, fashion, parties, and dancing. The beach, children. Iconic women, charity, and math. Ugh, she sounds awful. She likes math. Of the Luxembourg upper classes, Hannah is used to living a life of luxury. Absent parents made her crave for attention, though, something she gained from her private tutors and nannies instead. It was never enough, however. She studied hard in order to make her parents proud, going into business so she can work alongside them. The challenge in her otherwise privileged life was certainly a thrill for her, at the very least. She had many suitors, dating different men and women. Oh, look at her. But it was through work that she met Luke. It was love at first sight for her. Upon her parents' death, Luke proposed to her. That was the move that led to a merger of Wright Enterprise and Evans Incorporated, and her subsequent retirement. Their 7-year marriage is strained, but Hannah tries her best to make it work. Should I try a British accent? Let's see. Look at that. It is far too easy to get them to pay attention. Enraptured, they hang on to my every word and follow my every move. I apologize to all of the British out there for my terrible accent, but we're going with it now. All of it would have been stifling had I not grown used to such stares. Most are respectful, some are hostile, if we are honest. And a few are downright inappropriate. After all, I am...
Kinda right!
Hello. There's a moment of agitation as a familiar but less than welcome face approaches me with a suggestive smirk on his face. Of course, I have to keep a benevolent smile and greet him as I greet any good friend. After all, this man can turn heads being famous in his own right.
Officer Lee! What a pleasant surprise. I didn't think you'd have the time to attend tonight's party.
Is he a douchebag? First of all, I have to say, excellent party. Lots of fantabulous people. Looks like she has a PlayStation right here. Great. Very pretty. All hail the wine. He's more Luke's friend than mine, really, and I am quite sure I only invited one different country there, his wife. Much like I am only friends with the chief inspector because of Luke, Luke is only friends with Rochelle because of me. Unlike how I treated Lee, however, Luke never hid his animosity with the Lee matriarch. It was an odd sort of friendship where we'd have awkward double dates. I don't even recall his first name. It started with an N, I think. I might be wrong. Aside from being chief inspector of Luxembourg police, his wife, Rochelle, who I'm most likely pronouncing her name incorrectly, but whatever. Lee. Is this supposed to be Nay? I always wondered how it was properly pronounced. I'll look it up later. Vance owns a general electronics company. Fridges and freezers mostly.
Oh, I always have time for my favourite socialite couple. Might I say, you look positively ravishing tonight.
We're both married, sir.
I see
Yeah,
the
boy.
husband isn't with ya.
The way he eyes me up and up is enough to make my skin crawl. I just wish Luke is here to fend off the more unseemly of our peers. You know the ones. Men who are just a bit too friendly, staring too long at my assets, and getting close just because my husband is not here. And to think they have all the gall to do this at my own party. In my own house, if I might add. But like any high society woman with her salt, I know how to handle it with a grace and dignity.
I suppose you are looking pleasant as well. Luke's busy with work, unfortunately. Rochelle isn't here?
I was right. It is Rochelle. Yay me.
A shame. I do hope he isn't causing you much trouble. That husband of yours can be a bit daft sometimes, acting like he's still some young bachelor.
Kettle? Pot. Just saying.
The wife sends her regards and her apologies, but something came up with a doctor and she needed to attend to it. You know her, being pregnant and all.
Oh, how dare she, being pregnant and all. We make small talk. Rather, I'm forced to do so, as he would not leave my side after finding his place there. Much to my... chagrin? Whatever, we'll go with it. I've been extricated from the few who flock in hopes of flattering, for I can tolerate them far better than Lee. Alright, we'll end this episode here. You'll get to hear more of my terrible British accent in the next episode. I am Tina Cat. If you haven't already liked, comment, subscribe, have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon.